Hi everyone, Dr. Karen here. I'm going to start a short series on why it's not your fault you struggle to lose weight. I'm going to get a little bit sciencey, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at drkaren@karenbackwaymd.com. I'll put that up somewhere in the show notes or something. And I'll be happy to answer them because I really want to hear your questions so that I can help everybody understand why weight loss is not working for most of us. Part one is going to discuss why the lose weight, move more, weight loss gospel does not work. I was a physician. I recommended it many times and I lived it myself for a long time. But as recommended by doctors and dietitians and our government systems, the eat less, move more, weight loss gospel fails 99% of the time. And I don't really have to prove that to you. Just ask any chronic dieter. Way back in the 1970s, the low-fat recommendations were introduced. And ever since then, we've been getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. The data has been there for years that this recommendation does not work. There's three reasons why that I'm going to talk about today that does not work. The first being is the eat less, move more, weight loss gospel assumes that your body handles all calories the same. This is quite simply not true. 100 calories of a donut are handled very differently in the body than 100 calories of spinach. I happen to love spinach, so I'm not going to pick on spinach. But 100 calories of donut spikes your insulin, and your insulin's job is to take those calories and pack them away for future use as body fat. 100 calories of spinach does not do that. 100 calories of spinach does not spike insulin, which means your body can then use that calorie energy to burn, to fuel whatever it is you're doing. So your body's response to 100 calories of donut is very different than 100 calories of spinach. Secondly, exercise is not a major factor contributing to our daily energy expenditure. What does that mean? It basically means that just running the body's daily functions, your heart rate, your breathing, thinking, just sitting and holding yourself up, accounts for 70% of all of the energy you burn on a daily basis. That is your daily energy expenditure. Add to that the energy required to digest and absorb whatever you eat accounts for another 10 to 15%. So 70 to 85% of your daily energy expenditure has nothing to do with movement. There's two types of movement. There's exercise, which we're all familiar with. Go sit on an exercise bike and pedal until you sweat. That's exercise. The other type of exercise is something called NEAT, N-E-A-T, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And that's the activity of sitting there, doing what I'm doing, moving my head, moving my hands around a little bit, fidgeting, getting up, walking to the kitchen to get a drink of water. That's non-exercise related activity. So 70% plus 10 to 15% for digestion and absorption of your energy is not exercise related. And if that's not enough, to add insult to injury, after the age of 25, each decade we lose up to 10% of our body muscle. 10% a decade. We also experience, from some of that muscle loss, a drop of 4 to 5% in our resting energy expenditure. That 70% that I just talked about drops by 4 to 5% every decade, which means that at age 25, you simply sitting quietly on your couch burns 1,500 calories. At age 55, you sitting quietly on your couch burns only 1,200 calories. That is a 300 calorie difference per day, which means if you eat the same way you did when you were 25, at the age of 55, you will gain 1 pound a week almost. What a frightening statistic. I think I even experienced that. So unfair. But it's the way the body works. The third reason the eat less, move more weight loss gospel does not work is because there is this thing called homeostasis. And there's a formal definition of homeostasis that I could recite, but I can't remember it. Basically, homeostasis means unchanging. It means that your body wants things to stay the same. The easiest thing to think about is your body temperature. If you get cold, you shiver to get warm. If you overheat, you start to sweat to cool yourself off. That is your body's homeostasis to keep your body temperature at 37 degrees Celsius, or 97 Fahrenheit. Homeostasis doing its job. Our body weight also has what's called a body set point. It's regulated by your hypothalamus, but don't let that worry you. When you lose weight, your body and your brain defend that body weight set point like a mother bear protects her cub. Does not want to change. So it takes time for your body to adjust to your weight loss attempts. So all of those three things taken together, calories are not treated the same. Exercise accounts for, at best, 10 to 15% of our daily energy expenditure, and our body's homeostasis mechanism interfere with your ability to lose weight. It's truly not your fault. Having said that, there are lots of things that you can do to counteract some of those events. So stay tuned for part 2, and we're going to talk about insulin and the key role that it has in triggering your weight loss journey. Until next time, Dr. Karen, you have a great week. If you have any questions, just email me. I'll put the contact information after this.